Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Today we would like to present our analysis of episode 8 from the historical Islamic series Omar Ibn Al-Khattab, focusing on key organization behavior concept and Islamic values demonstrated in the episode.
At the episode, the Quraysh leader Abu Jahl, who was installed and treating the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, was seeing Islam as a threat to his power and traditional belief of Quraysh. Meanwhile, Omar Ibn Al-Khattab, feeling with anger and grabbed a sword and head out with the intention to killing the Prophet.
On the way, he is stopped by a man who informs him that his own sister Fatima and her husband have already embraced Islam. Shocked and furious, Omar divided his pens to confront them. Upon hearing them recite the Surah Tahab from the Quran, he violently screamed his brother-in-law and his sister. But when he sees his sister landing, something changes in him. Climbed by the side, he requests to read the Quran manuscript himself. As he reads, his heart softens and he begins to understand the message of Islam.
Shortly after, Umar got to the house where the Prophet is staying. To the companion are hesitant to let him in, but Hafsa allowed. Inside, he declared his shahada and pledged his support for Islam. He then openly announced his conversion in public and making bold movement of thanks for the Muslim community. For the first time under his protection, the Muslims are able to pray together at the Kaaba. This moment seen as a major victory in Islam, with the Umar respected position in Quraysh and both confident and loyal to the Muslim.
The first OB-related issue we identify is personality. Personality refers to the pattern of thought, emotion, and behavior that define a person over time, based on the Big Five model. Omar initially displays high neuroticism and low openness. He is erratic, aggressive, and resistant to change. However, after witnessing his sister climb the face and reading the Quran, his personality begins to shift. He becomes more reflective, spiritual open, and emotion balanced. This transformation highlights how personal growth and change are possible, even in the most extreme individuals, through powerful emotional and spiritual experience.
The second OB is perception on how we interpret the words around us. We often by evaluate emotional and experience. At the beginning, Omar perceived Islam as a threat, dangerous, division, and challenge to the Tibetan authority. However, the experience with his sister and the beautiful soul of Surah Taha are completely changed his heart. The Quran message softened his heart and shifted the view of Islam from head to heart. This reminds us that perception is not fixed. It can evolve, especially when we are exposed to the true sincerity, powerful emotional connection. It can show that individuals can change when they are in the supportive and honest environment.
The third OB issue is leadership. In this episode, we see two examples of leadership. First, the Prophet Muhammad demonstrates transformation leadership, while others are afraid of Omar. The Prophet remains calm, composed, and welcoming. He does not respond with anger, but instead with wisdom and compassion. This shows emotion, intelligence, and value based on the leadership, which inspire the change in openness. Second, once Omar embraced Islam, he naturally stepped into leadership. His strength, courage, and willingness to stand up publicly for his faith empowered the Muslims. Through his action, he motivated the community to feel safe and united. This shows how leadership can emerge through character and commitment, not just a position.
Omar's conversion had widely impact on several stakeholders. First, on his sister and brother-in-law. They endured physical harm and emotional fear, but their patience and sincerity were the key on open his heart. Second, Muslim community gained new strength. Omar's public conversion gave them a confidence, safety, visibility, and his presence marked a shift in his power. And if I were the institution, especially as a family member, I would likely to feel terrified to confront such an angry person. I might hesitate to speak to the truth and out of fear, but like my sister, I would also try to stay true to the faith, hoping that sincerity, not a confrontation, would change his heart.
From an OB perspective, one key lesson is the power of understanding and communication. Even someone like Omar, strong, angry, and aggressive, can be changed not through confrontation, but through calm, respectful dialogue. This teaches us to avoid judging people too quickly. We should give space for others to experience thoughts, doubt, and emotions, and allow time for reflection. In the workplace or community, this applies when dealing with difficult individuals. Often they are not convinced by arguments, but by honest examples and emotional connection.
Islamic perspective, one personality and goals. Islamic teaches us that individuals can go beyond their natural trait. Through Ummah's fears and hostile, Allah guide him through a reflection and spiritual awakening. This supports the conception of tazkiyah, self-purification, and goals through effort and faith. 2. Perception and knowledge. Perception changes through exposure to truth. Islam encourages sincerity, reflection, and seeking knowledge, as shown in Surah Taha. On Ummah, the Prophet ﷺ said, when Allah wished good for someone, He gave him understanding of religion, Bukhari and Muslim. 3. Leadership by character. The Prophet's leadership was based on wisdom, patience, and emotional intelligence. He inspired others not through fear, but through character. Likewise, after his conversation, Umar's leadership naturally emerged through courage and a commitment.
So, in conclusion, episode 8 of the Omar series is not just a dramatic story. It's a profound lesson in human behavior, grace, and leadership. Through the transformation of Omar Ibn Al-Khattab, we learn how personality can evolve, how perception can change through experience, and how true leadership is rooted in value and emotion connection. Let us take those lessons and apply them in our school, workplace, families, and communities with wisdom, patience, and faith.
Oh, I just wanna take you anywhere that you'd like. We could go out any day, any night. Baby, I'll take you there, take you there. Baby, I'll take you there, yeah.